This is such a pretty soap with the marble look to it. It's a Victoria's Secret fragrance. It's a little bit on the strong side, but when you bathe with it, it calms down. But it's just such a wonderful, seductive fragrance, and I've topped it with rose petals and gold mica. So we'll see what it looks like on the inside. I'm hoping for red and black marbling. And from the sides, it looks like that's going to be, oh my goodness, yes. Highly successful. So this is for, we have it all the time, but I thought it would be just a really nice soap to have for Valentine's. And so you could give it to friends for Valentine's. It is a more of a feminine fragrance. I am going to be doing some Valentine guy soap. But isn't that pretty? I just love because each one of them is different. And even the back is different from the front. And see the top with the glitter in it and the rose petals and the gold mica. So we're just going to cut and watch the changes in it. And it's just interesting. So if you want to stick with me, I'm going to be cutting the entire loaf. And it's 16 bars. But it's just fun. This is my favorite part of doing the soap. Because now, see, that one hardly had any stripe, and this one has a whole bunch of stripe. And I'm cutting it on its side because the rose petals, if I cut it from the top, would push down through there, and we wouldn't have that beautiful smooth bar. It would be all wrinkled up from the rose petals pushing through. Look at all the marble on that. So nice. I wish you could smell it in here, guys. Oh my goodness. It's just so romantic smelling in here. It's really beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And it's done with my 12 base oil recipe. That's a very excellent moisturizer for your skin. So not only do you smell seductively great, you are doing your skin a favor with all of these moisturizing oils all over. And it lathers nicely. It's just a beautiful soap. I do not recommend a washcloth because the micas that I use to color it, the natural mica, would stain your washcloth. And your washcloth does not need moisturizing. So do these soaps without a washcloth, all of my soaps. And they will last longer because your washcloth is getting all of the good soap stuff instead of you. And you won't be ruining a washcloth because it will stain. So that's my recommendation. I'm going to clean my knife here so we can keep that pretty grain look going with the soap. As it sits out, it's going to continue curing, and then it would be way too hard to cut. So I have to, isn't that pretty? Cut it kind of early in the game. This has been made for about 3 days, and so I took it out of the mold now so I could cut it. If I take it out too soon, it's too soft to cut. It's just mush. So I have to kind of find the right time for it. Isn't that pretty? So, oh, yummy, yum smell. So, it's just kind of a learning experience here. I take a lot of notes on what works and what doesn't work with each thing. And I just get mesmerized. It's kind of like watching fire in the fireplace as we cut this, because it's just different and it's just interesting to watch. So we'll just keep going on along. They weigh about 4.5 ounces each for the bars. And you can find it on playfulhippie.com. theplayfulhippie.com is my website. And this is Voodoo. It's a vegan soap. So you go to the vegan category on the website and find Voodoo. And coming up soon, we will have a Valentine feature, and it will probably be on front page with the Valentine selections. Of course, any of it can be a good Valentine. But isn't that fascinating? It's just so pretty. And just like a little lava river, the Voodoo. I'm going to be doing another Victoria's Secret fragrance called Love Spell. It's not as strong a fragrance, so for those of you who have sensitive sniffers, if Voodoo's too strong for you, you can still have Victoria's Secret with Love Spell. And that's going to be a softer looking soap. I just wanted this one to kind of be dark, since the name of it is Voodoo. Isn't it pretty? I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. I think this is the best loaf of Voodoo that I have had. And I've done several of them. I finally figured out the technique I need to do to get it the way I originally envisioned it. So, pretty, pretty, pretty. We're nearing the end here. I've got maybe 2 more cuts and then it'll be all I can do. Now we're getting more black again. It just depended on how it poured out of my container and how well I mixed it. It's different every time. If I stir too much, it's just going to be a dark blob and not have the character. So, I'm getting better with it in time. And here we go. This is the last 2. And you can see they're similar but different. So check me out at theplayfulhippie.com. I'm on Facebook and Google. And y'all do some shopping with us. Thank you very much.